You are listening to Leading the Factory Forward with your host, Lynn Friest. We share interviews with manufacturing experts and strategies for embracing the digital future, recruiting a new workforce, finding new business. Lynn is an advanced manufacturing strategist and leadership consultant who is on a mission to show manufacturing leaders how to improve their current operations while preparing for a digital future. And here's your host, Lynn Friest.
Welcome, manufacturing leaders. You're listening to the podcast, Leading the Factory Forward. My name is Lynn Friest, and I'm honored to serve as your host. Whether this is your first time tuning in or you're a returning listener, welcome and thank you. Our goal in this podcast is to help manufacturing leaders to ship great products, earn a great living, and learn how to make themselves and their organizations even better. With that in mind, we'll serve as a guide and a thinking partner to help you improve your skills and knowledge as a leader, improve your employees' skills and knowledge, improve your operations for today, and to prepare for a digital future. We know that as manufacturing leaders, you face an overwhelming set of demands on your time and attention. We're here to help serve you and do the work of collecting and distilling the knowledge that can help you, and to provide it in a way that allows you to craft a starting solution and go right to work on it. So let's get started. In this episode, we'll look at a framework to develop your frontline people to fearlessly execute the day-to-day operations and free yourself up to put more time and attention in growing your business. A lot of the change that's going to be needed will be with you, the leader, not just your frontline people. So a couple of questions to consider. Are you concerned by every day keeping operations running and shipping? Are the weekly results of your business inconsistent, moving in a sawtooth from good to poor without a clear reason why? Are you missing out on connecting with new and existing customers because you're wrapped up in day-to-day operations? Do you have a sense that you need to develop new products and services for the future, but haven't found the time to focus on it? How often have you experienced this idea? We have time to rework our products, but not to make them right the first time. So to help us get some ideas to deal with these questions, we're going to be working with a framework developed in the book, Run, Improve, Grow, Your Roadmap from Firefighting to Bold Business Growth by Ray Attia of Definity Partners. Links to the book and his firm will be found in the show notes. Ray's key idea is frontline people should be developed to fearlessly and flawlessly run the day-to-day activities, and that frees up senior leaders to focus on growing the business. Here's how he defines 3 work areas of a business. First is the run. Everyday activities need to keep the business running and serving your customers. This is where you need to have highly reliable processes and people with skills and confidence. Next is the improve portion of the business. This is the work needed to improve your current operations. Now, if process development is overdone, it can be stifling. The improved portion of our business needs to have both elements, both flawless processes executed every day, and then the ability to step back and improve those processes as the need arises. And finally, there's the grow part of your business, the work that expands your business or creates new products or services for your customers. What is the new solution our customer is seeking and we can serve? Where can we find new customers, either in terms of geography or other locations? As a leader, are we asking the questions of what we might look like in the next 3 to 5 years in terms of new products and services that our customers might need? As we go through this process, and you continue in your work life, keep thinking about this one key question. Step back and reflect on it. What activities generate my highest value-added contribution to the business? Now, as we return to the book, Ray describes what he calls the marathon manager. That's a leader who tries to be involved in every aspect of the business. It is both impractical and unsustainable. He would say that you can relieve some of this busyness, confusion, and overwhelm for both yourself and your employees by developing the skills and knowledge of your frontline workers. That way, with other people successfully executing the run every day, you can place your time and attention on the activities that will create the future for your business. Again, as Ray points out in the book, running around is not the run. What I call his pyramid of business activities. The baseline is the day-to-day activities that serve your customers, the firefighting that has to occur when things don't go correctly. But then there's also got to be an element above that, the improve. And these can be reactive improvements to fix processes that don't work, and also proactive improvements that will define new processes that can be even more flawlessly executed with higher quality. And then finally, at the top of the pyramid is the grow. That's where you're going to be looking for new markets, new products and services, and new geographies with which your business can work to. So where do we start and why is it important? We need to develop a mindset, both for us and for our employees, of confidence and ownership of our processes. We need to define our processes so our frontline employees can confidently execute the work that is needed each and every day. In the end, it remains not scalable for you to try to do it all, so you need to develop your teams to have more capabilities and confidence in executing those day-to-day activities. So how can you begin today? Well, to start with, think about how you have spent your time in the last couple of days. Did you spend any time thinking on how to make your processes more reliable? Did you spend any time thinking about how you might grow your business? Try to carve out 15 to 20 minutes to capture some thinking on where your employees have the most questions about getting their work done. Think about the question that if I could clone myself, what would I assign that clone to do? What are the activities that I would have someone else do for me? Then think about what are my obstacles with having other people responsible for the run. Is that they have lack of skills, they have lack of training, maybe have lack of knowledge, or maybe they don't know enough about the business yet. I'm the only one that knows all the pieces of the business. So think about what I feel are my obstacles to them being able to be successful. Then think about how can I lead the way in terms of stepping out of our old habits of work and help our frontline people practice our new habits of work. Again, in terms of change management, the leader often has to go first and demonstrates what's important to the people. If you're going to choose to do things in a new way, you have to lead the demonstration of that. So, real quickly summarizing, in the run, we create simple but clear processes for everyday work. These may develop, be documented, and flawlessly executed by frontline people. We need to develop skills and knowledge in those frontline people so they can take ownership of the everyday processes. As we move to the improve portion of our business, ask your frontline leaders to support the frontline employees and teach them how to look for reactive and proactive process improvements in cooperation with those employees. Finally, in the grow piece of the business, consciously step away from the run and spend focused time on creating growth plans for your business. Keep reinvesting in the development of your people to help them build higher capabilities. And for immediate action steps, take a few minutes right now to reflect on yesterday or last week. What % of your time was spent in the run, the improve, or the grow? Or go out and have a conversation with a couple of your frontline employees about what in their work is confusing or they don't understand. What knowledge or skills would help them do their work more smoothly? Feel free to leave a comment on what your experience and thinking was in these questions. Well, leaders, that's it for this episode. Thank you for sharing your time and attention with us today. We hope this has provided you with knowledge that you can turn into action so you can keep shipping great products, earning a great living, and learning how to make yourself and your organization even better. Show notes and links to resources mentioned in the podcast will be found at my website, linfrias.com. You can also follow me on LinkedIn and Facebook. Those links are also on my website. If you'd like to leave a comment on iTunes or on my website, please leave your name and I'll give you a shout out in an upcoming episode. My best wishes to you, and remember, manufacturing leaders, keep shipping, keep earning, and keep learning.